The stories shared on the Busy Baddies are submitted by real listeners and are intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. To protect the privacy of everyone involved, all names, companies, and identifying details have been changed or omitted. Any resemblance to real people or events are purely coincidental. We believe in keeping it real while keeping it respectful. Thank you for sharing your experiences and for trusting us to spill the tea with care. This isn't about busy work, it's about power, proximity, and what really happens behind the scenes.
Welcome to the Busy Baddies, where assistants speak freely, boundaries get tested, and professionalism meets real life. I'm Michelle, EA to a Fortune 150 female CEO breaking glass ceilings.
And I'm Mel, former C suite EA, well, who's seen it all. And in season 2, we're saying things you've only ever said to your work bestie.
We're bringing bigger stories, bolder takes, and the real talk that keeps this community thriving. Hey, baddies, another week in cold ass Indiana.
Yeah. There's snow actually flying as we speak. I am ready for spring.
Yes, especially since it was like 70 last week.
I know. It's like this is I was at church this morning and I was telling somebody, I said, this is like second winter.
Yes.
You know, before
we
the
have
fake
Indian
spring.
summer and now we have Indian winter.
Yeah. There's like 20 seasons between actual winter and spring because you got to go through like 70 back to snow, then like back to real winter, and then back to like there's a little bit of tease of spring. So
yeah, I'm like watching the geese and I'm like, they don't know if they need to be laying their eggs right now or what the heck's going on. I've heard daffodils are up.
Yes,
in some places. My mums are coming up.
Yep.
I'm just like,
yep, my bulbs are starting to pop out of the ground. I'm like, ooh, do I need to cover these?
Yeah.
But today we got a good one. So this should be a really fun topic about corporate politics, the game that nobody admits that they're playing.
Yes.
We all know the games.
I mean, every workplace out there, I think, has some corporate politics.
Yes.
Small business politics.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care where you're working.
No.
There's some politics involved.
No. And I think where we work too, there's a different dynamic because there's also union versus non-union, which is another added layer of alliances, silos of, so it's
us
interesting.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of different mentality that goes into, so yeah, it's interesting to me that I don't know as I've ever heard this topic touched on, but it's a real thing.
Oh, absolutely. And I even would imagine in companies, even at like different levels of leadership, the politic game.
Oh, yeah.
And as an admin, I mean, we're front row, baby.
Yep.
And we see the many faces, I guess you could say, of people. Yeah. Because I think even at the C-suite level, I mean, people have their best foot forward, the best possible version of them.
Yep.
And then like C-suite leader leaves the room and then the real human comes out and you were like
Cruella de Vil.
Yes. So let's get into it. Yeah.
I think the biggest one for me is the promotions and advancement in a company is, I think, one that has always stuck in my craw because it's always more about who you know, not the quality of work that you output.
Absolutely.
And it's like that is such an unlevel playing field that you're already at a disadvantage if you aren't an ass kisser and you aren't someone who's willing to camille into whatever you need to be in order to make it ahead.
Yeah.
And I just think that's wrong. Like, what happened to just doing a good job, putting out good quality work, and being promoted based on your merit?
Yeah. I mean, I think you said it fantastic. I mean, there are so many people that it truly is like who you know.
Yep.
And the luck of the draw of you just being at the right place at the right time to where, you know, whatever path somebody else was on, like it intersected with you and bam, you know, you've kind of moved up the ranks just for being somebody's like work buddy, I guess, or like the good old boys or like however you want to call it. And I'm sure that happens all over the place.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could probably look at org charts now and hand pick and draw who is going to get promoted in the next 5 years based on what you see, you hear, you see how they interact with people. It's just that evident now, and I think that's where it's became a really big problem.
Yeah, and I mean, I've not been at my company for 30 years or anything, and there's been times where I'm talking to somebody that's been at the company longer, and you just kind of like have this conversation of like, what have you done? Like what's your work background? How'd you get here? And, you start hearing these stories of, oh yeah, I was in this group when so-and-so was working on this 20 years ago. And you're like, wait, what? Oh, so that's how that happened.
Yes. Yes.
And obviously, our leaders are fantastic. If they couldn't do the job that they are in, they wouldn't be there. So like, don't like take our words and flip them. We're just talking about the overall, politics of how people move throughout any company. Obviously we know the most about the company we work at.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's always been, especially for leaders where like you've seen a different side of them and you're kind of scratching your head like, how in the hell did this person get that job? I've talked to them about something different and they don't even know how to start a Zoom meeting, but yet like like that's extreme.
Yes.
But, there's those things that cross my mind of like, interesting. I wouldn't have picked that person or whatever. We just see different sides of people in our roles that I oftentimes think like, why aren't they getting our input on people? Because I feel like we see the true authentic people day in and day out, where if they're coming into a leadership meeting or doing something like, you're like, they're on their best behavior
all the time with C-suite. And I think that's why I've always compared the C-suite to like HR, because at this level, you get to see the real underbelly of the organization and the people that are in the wrong spots because of the ineptness that some people just have. And to your point, when the C-suite people only see people at their absolute best because they've had time to prep for that, or, they've done their homework, they've came prepared, where on the daily basis, that is not the leader that they are.
Yeah.
So it's eye-opening to see how good some people are hiding it, just how inadequate they are in the role. So, I mean, we've all seen them. I mean, especially in the C-suite. Like you said, nobody's going to come to your boss as the CEO not 150% prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Not probably rehearsed in front of another group of people, like for whatever it is.
Yes.
And I understand that, and I'd like to think that our leaders, like there's some of that they certainly have to understand.
Oh yeah.
Of like so I want to hear, like, our listeners, what are the corporate politics that just stand out where you work?
Yeah.
And drop us a line. And if you want to, send it to us
directly, anonymously.
Yeah, and I'd love to know, because it can't just be us.
No.
All right, so what other corporate politic type items is there in the workplace?
I think for EA specifically, there's quite a few. With regards to alliances. I would say the top two probably for the EA role itself would be, like sandbagging, withholding information, sabotage, and even like alliances, forming alliances with other people in order to get them on your side. And I have seen this done master class style. Like,
get a pen, everybody.
Yeah, there is some people who are just really good at faking it in front of so many people that they almost create like an army around them. Because then come time when their true colors really come out, there's going to be so many people advocating for them that nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
And that's tough, because it's almost like they have to get to everybody before you can get to them, right? Like, I got to taint the well. I got to like rebuild the well, put the people that I want in the well, and like, kind of start my own well.
I mean, that's just crazy. Like, I mean,
I don't think like that, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Like, who comes to work every day and like they have this ulterior motive of just creating chaos?
Yes.
Like, I'm with the people I work with more than my husband, more than our kids. And the last thing I want to do is like come into work and then have this crazy strategy of like
taking down everybody.
Yeah, it's like, this is not Survivor. Okay. And I love Survivor. But I just don't understand it. Like, I'm here to work. I'm here, to do a great job and to enjoy my coworkers and have a great atmosphere. Like, I don't want to come to work and like think and have to like, oh gosh,
manipulate.
Can I talk to this person, or wait, who's this person's friends with? Who are they going to say? Like, I want to be able to go to a coworker and have an honest conversation and not feel like I can't ask for help because they're going to spin it and be like, oh my gosh, Michelle's an idiot. You can't believe like what she asked me today.
She supports the CEO. Can you believe that she doesn't know how to do this?
Right.
Like, and I think all the time that there's two things that are very true with those kind of people. One is they are very insecure within themselves, that they have to pick other people apart and tear them down. And secondly, I think that they are trying to hide the flaws that they have of doing the job.
Yeah.
It's deflection. They're sheerly deflecting from their inadequacies in order to make everyone else around them look bad. And in the end, I don't think they really understand that it's always going to come out, right?
Yeah.
The truth is always going to be revealed. And I think, you will never get to the top by bashing, beating down, climbing on top of people, clawing their eyes out, and being awful.
Yeah. And I mean, and that I like to think is even beyond just like the admin area, even in leadership.
Oh, leaders are guilty of it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that they are for sure. And unfortunately, there are probably people of that exact caliber that have made it to the top of some places.
Absolutely.
And gosh, how do we, as admins, even like observing that, what advice could we give people to kind of nip that in the bud?
Yeah, I think, the last leader, and I feel like I talk about her all the time, but she was always really good she understood what a really good, strong EA was, and emotional intelligence was one of those areas. So it was always like I was her pulse or her gut check when it came to something.
Yeah.
But I also, the flip side of that some people may not have is they don't have the safety or the autonomy to speak up
and
say, hey, like I saw something, but I would encourage anyone, regardless, if you are supporting someone who really cares about the company, the culture, and the people, it is your duty to speak up and to say something when you see something.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad you said that. I've had to take a few things to my boss. Yeah. Not, I mean, I hate to use the word tattletale because that's not at all what it is. But when you're supporting, the CEO, the last thing you want to happen is something like that you are fully aware of, somehow getting so big, to where it may end up on her plate anyways. And so I rather just go in and be like, hey, here's what I'm hearing from other numerous people. Like, what
this is a blind spot for you.
Let me, like, what can I do? Like, we need to figure this out and get a plan together. And thankfully, in all cases, like, it never was anything major. And obviously everybody, has their view, or it's so hard to even take into full context of like an email, or, like you can read things the wrong way. So just being able to have that trust and vulnerability to like go to your leader, and if not your leader, somebody, and just kind of have that trusted conversation to be like, hey, is it just me? Like, am I the problem? Or like, is my brain work a little funny? Or how do you think about this? And and I think it helps.
Yeah, and I think, to your point, it could have been a bigger thing had you not been courageous enough to have those conversations, because I have always been of the mindset of silence is agreeance.
Yeah.
So if I see something, I know that it could be a bigger issue for my boss, CEO or not. That is my responsibility to bring to them, to shed light on it. What they do with it after that is up to them. But, you could be the person that makes or break them, getting in some serious trouble.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't think about that. They were like, well, it's none of my business. Well, if you know about it,
it is.
You're just as guilty as the person doing it.
Yeah.
And I have even, sadly had to have conversations with leaders about their EAs and tell them, you're on a boat, but there is people that are in your boat, on your team, that are drilling holes in it big enough that you're going to sink to the bottom.
Right.
Like, they are getting information on you. They're sharing it with other people. Like, this is a watch out to you. They think the sun rises and sets with their assistants, and eventually they're going to find out the hard way. Like, but I'm trying to help you. I, in good conscience, can't see someone who should be a support and advocate, like a true help partner, trying to take somebody else down. Like, I can't operate in that field. So that was tough. What would you say another one is that is a good, a game? I feel like there's so many games that gets played in corporate.
Yeah, and you mentioned like gatekeeping information, and even I hate to say, like, keeping receipts without being messy, right? But as admins, we already fall to the side of like, they're just admins, right? Like, put the blame on us. They must have done something wrong. It's probably their fault. And it's sad that we have to like save stuff or like as proof that like, no, I didn't do that. Like, that was not me. And I love that my boss certainly has known me long enough that she is almost always like, not like, there's not going to be blame put on me. Like, she's always going to assume like, Yeah, it probably wasn't a mistake that you did. And obviously we've grown to that because over time, everything that happened, I've been like, nope, here's the email. It was not me. So we just live in a world that unfortunately like the admin is the dumbest in the room, and like they're the ones that must have messed up. So that kind of stinks in the politics of our world, I think. I don't know if like that's ever going to be non-existent because we're just the easy one to blame.
And I think always, like to your point, we're the target. Like because to you, somebody always has to be the fall guy, which why can't the fall guy be the person who did it and people just take ownership? Like,
I would love for that to happen. Like, what a concept of like saying, I'm human, I messed up. I mean, I mess up. Like, nobody is perfect here.
Thank God.
But I certainly am not going to take the fall when I didn't do something.
No.
So, like, man,
sorry about you.
Just and you'll get so much more respect. To just say, sorry, that was me, bad call, I misinterpreted it, something I assumed. We all know what that stands for. Like, and that's okay. We all, and especially in our line of work, I have to assume a lot of stuff. Like that is just part of the EA role.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming what they might want to eat in a dinner in 2 weeks. And you want to know what? I might pick wrong and their plate may get in front of them at the dinner and they're looking like, damn, that pork chop looks really good that both people on side of me had, but like,
who picked this meal?
Like, whoops. And there's often times where I have to assume what my boss may want to do a certain day, and a lot of times, like, of course, it's just the exact opposite because the wind was blowing a different way. And I can't, like, it just happens, and it's okay.
Well, you can't predict, like, human, habits. Like, I mean, people wake up every day and change something, right?
I wish they wouldn't.
I know, right?
Especially in our line of work. Like, can you just stick to the plan?
Can you just go with what exactly I chose for you?
Just say whatever Michelle said is what I'm doing. That just would be so much nicer.
Which to the next point is, I think that segues beautifully into what popped into my mind was navigating like leaders and people who have egos. Because it's like you see it and it's like, why does nobody call them on that? The arrogance that some people have about them is, and the fact that they're allowed to get away with it, or you'll hear people say, well, that's just who they are.
I mean,
like, WTF? Like, why is that okay that they get to act that way?
And I would go even farther and say it's beyond an ego with some people. A specific leader, comes to mind, and like, as great of a leader and a human that they were also a dickhead. And they were not very kind to their EA. And I understand as EAs, when our leaders are having maybe not such a great day, like, we can totally be the person that we're their safe place. We are able to see them in like not their best mood, not their best space, as human beings. And I think that allows some of them to just be able to kind of take that out on us. And I know it's never intentional. But we had a leader that I feel just always was crossing that line of just being a jerk, right? Like, just not kind. And so like when you mentioned the whole ego, there were so many people of like,
that's just who they are.
That's just them. And I mean, like,
silly them.
Or like, it just always like made me scratch my head of like that's
why?
Yeah.
Why is that okay?
Why? Yeah, and if that is them, like that's fine, but that's not the type of leaders that we want.
No.
Like you wouldn't want anybody, I guess, other than them, right?
Right.
Like exhibiting those behaviors on a regular basis. And let's just say there were 10 just like them. Yep. I mean, at some point,
place to work at.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, that moldy strawberry that just kind of starts infecting all of them. Yeah. So, I mean, we have seen it all, my friends.
Yes. Okay, so get ready to grab your blood pressure meds.
Yeah, I think
inhalers.
I think rolling from egos is the perfect segue into
our favorite little new thing that we do, idiot job of the week.
All right, so this job we have in the lovely state of Texas. So
people must be getting onto us too because they're not putting company names on some of these.
Yeah, it's and the Texas, the go big or go home, or the bigger the better. I don't know what all the fun Texas items are, but okay. So our client is seeking a highly organized and detail-oriented executive, but wait,
yes,
and personal assistant. I mean, okay, so 2 jobs,
right? Okay. And then it goes on to say for 2 leaders.
Yeah, so 2 jobs, 2 people,
twice the people, twice the fun.
Yeah, and are you an executive and personal assistant to each?
Right.
Or like just one of them gets the extra, bonus of you being their personal assistant?
Red flag number 1.
Yeah, red flag number 1. Okay, so this direct hire role requires exceptional professionalism, strong judgment, and the ability to manage complex schedules, travel, and daily operational needs with discretion.
Okay. Those are basic skills. So hopefully this person has a pulse.
Yes.
Because why you start out with that is like it's some kind of riveting revelation that you had that the role must have.
Yes.
You clearly have never had an EA before.
This role is ideal for a proactive, polished, and resourceful professional who excels in a fast-paced, dynamic environment. I mean, that is the life of an EA.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's a perfect just sum up of everything we kick ass at.
Those are basic skills 101.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing hard. Coordinate domestic, international travel. I mean, what do they think we're going to leave out? It says including flights, hotels, ground transportation, and detailed itineraries. Handle the booking and expense report as a core responsibility. No shit.
Yeah. Okay, so not only that, you have to have 3+ years of executive assistant or personal assistant experience.
Okay, because they do the same thing.
Yeah, because those are hand in hand, so similar of roles. So I can tell you that is comical in the least. That you are willing to take just a personal assistant and like throw them in an EA role and be like, you got this.
Yes.
Because making a dentist appointment is
clearly the same thing as, thinking strategically for someone.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they really would prefer someone, who had experience in financial services, private equity, professional services. I mean,
but they'll take a personal assistant.
Yeah. I mean, just, no big deal. They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Strong organizational skills, all these other little lovely buzzwords that they like to use, which hopefully if you're an EA, you're organized and have the ability to manage shifting priorities, which is like every day.
Yeah. And for the grand total of where did I see this? $70,000 to $80,000.
So $40,000 a job. So you're a $40,000 EA.
Yeah. Well, and you divide that by half EA and half personal assistant. So it's 20 grand.
And sadly, Michelle and I can neither one apply for this job because it does require professional demeanor with strong interpersonal skills and polished. Not interested. Thank the Lord for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, idiot job of the week. Still, like, keep sending us some of these, and we love to see what's out there. Like, it's an epidemic. Like, obviously, it's made its all the way to Texas. So, gosh, how sad.
There's just so many options for us.
I mean, and I think what is so sad to me about this is there is so many options, and there's probably, sadly, like, I know on LinkedIn it'll show you how many people have applied for the job. I would love to know how many people felt that was the only option that they had to apply for.
Yeah, I'm sure many.
Like, don't do it.
Yeah. You're better than that.
Yeah, go to Starbucks, make $18 an hour, get full benefits, like, hold out until you get exactly what you want. Yeah. Like, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, because doing 4 jobs for 20 grand a piece ain't it.
No, exactly. So, with that,
stay warm.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your week.
Yes.
Let's see what's coming up. We're slowly getting out of February, so hopefully warmer weather.
We got the Baddie Brunch coming up, and if you're in Indianapolis in March, we'll tell you more about that next week. Yeah. So hopefully, if you're in Indy, you can meet up with us and just mingle, network, and get to know other people.
Yeah.
There's power in numbers, and you can't never have too many friends on LinkedIn and in the work to bounce stuff off of. So hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
That's it for us today, bringing order to corporate chaos.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that follow button.
Yours truly, Melissa
and Michelle, the Biz-y Baddies. Got it.